This is the live stream online math tutoring for October 18th and 21. We're going to go through maybe 10 problems that came in last night that could not be automated. So let's kick it off. Yesterday, a car rental agency rented 4 convertibles and 30 other vehicles. Considering this data, how many of the first 68 vehicles rented do you expect to be convertibles? So there's a little trick here. If you didn't see it, first 68, the first thing I think of is multiples of 68. And if I divide 68 by 2, guess what I get? 34. So if I add 4 convertibles and 30 other vehicles, I get 34 vehicles. And what this means is 68 vehicles divided by 34 vehicles equals 2 vehicles. But what's the key here is we've got for every 68 vehicles, for every 34 vehicles, for every 30 cars, 30 are other vehicles, 4 are convertibles. So let's start over. 30 other vehicles and 4 convertibles equals 34 cars. Let's do this right. We know that 34 times 2 equals 60, which tells me if we multiply each of these two, we'll have a matching proportion. So we've got 30 times 2 other vehicles plus 4 times 2 convertibles, 68 cars, 60 other vehicles, and 8 convertibles. So the question asks, how many do you expect to be convertibles? And the answer is 8. So we can do proportion, and that knocks that one out. So let's keep going. Let's pick another one here. This one's been sitting out there 2 days now, and I know more than a few people have asked about it, so let's do this. So the question reads, a 12-sided die is rolled. Find the probability of rolling greater than 7. So this is a fair die, not loaded. And we can do that because we assume that all dice problems, unless otherwise the die is fair. So this means side 1 through 12 has an equal probability of 1 out of 12 of being rolled. So the problem asks probability of roll greater than 7. Well, greater than 7 means 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 for a 12-sided die. This is our sample space. So our sample space is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If each of these have an equal probability of being rolled, if each of these 5 faces have an equal probability of being rolled, then we have probability of roll greater than 7 equals 5/12. Because each number, as we said here, is 1/12. We've got 5 of them, so you can roll an 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12. So let's list this out. Should actually do this. Let's do probability roll equal to 8 plus, keep going this, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. 9, 10. I'm doing this the long way to show you the math, but the quick way I just told you about 1/12 times the number of faces is the faster way to do this. But I want to write this out so you understand the mechanics behind dice probability, or some people call it a cube. So it's 1/12 plus Keep doing that. And then probability of roll, actually, just do that. Probability of roll greater than 7 equals 5/12. So each side is fair. We've got 12 sides. The problem asks greater than 7, which means 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12. And that is our answer. Go to the next one. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there's a good one. All right. So I added, I'm going to give you the real problem because this part was not involved. So this is how the search came in. If you like me, and I like you. So this is a modus ponens problem. If P, then Q. P is you like me, Q is I like you. So if P, you like me, therefore Q, I like you. So what they're just asking to affirm is if you like me, then I like you. So P, then Q. P affirms Q. So this could be anything, such as if you eat an orange, you get your full day of vitamin C. I eat an orange, therefore I get vitamin C. So that is pretty much it for that problem, modus ponens. So you guys can find that one. All right. Move on. Here's the temperature one. So we've covered a few of these before, but these come up a lot. So Steve woke up and it was negative 12 Fahrenheit outside. The weatherman said it was supposed to warm up to 20 degrees. How many degrees will the temperature increase? We start with a temperature of negative 12 F. Warming up means we add, and let's bold and underline that, add degrees to the original temperature. Negative 12 plus 20 equals positive 8 degrees Fahrenheit. So this is both a temperature and sign operations, signed integers, however you want to call it. So just to summarize here, we start with negative 12, so we're below 0. Think of 0 degrees Fahrenheit as like the center of the number line, and we're 12 left of that. Now it warms up 20. So we've covered the negative 12, and then we walk forward to the right 8 more spaces, and we're at 8 degrees Fahrenheit. So warming up means we add, decreasing or getting colder means we subtract, and that is how we bang that problem out. All right, what else we got? So here's a compound inequality, but the way it was asked, we didn't have the automation for this, which I can build, but I'm kind of glad it came because it's nice to see how these problems work out. The problem reads, a number n is no less than 2 and no more than 49. This is a compound inequality. Let's break it into parts. Step 1. No more than 49 means 49 or less, or less than or equal to 49. So we do this, and we got that. Step 2. No less than 2 means 2 or greater, or greater than or equal to 2. So we say this. Writing this in terms of the number n, we've got 2 less than or equal to n less than or equal to 49. This is our answer. So let's read it out loud. The number n is no less than 2, means 2 is less than or equal to n is at least 2, if not more, up to and including 49, but no more. So anytime you see no more than, no less than, you know it includes the number it reads. And that is the key to this problem. Right. Let's move on. What else we got here? We've got, I went to the store. Okay, this is a good one here. This one's been sitting here since Friday. I didn't get a chance to get to this. See this, the first thing they ask is what does this mean? I don't get it. So let's choose two variables, two arbitrary variables, or arbitrary or random, however you want to call it, for the two numbers x and y. X. So it says two numbers that are equal have a sum of 60. The key to knocking this problem out easily is this, that are equal. So two equations. Let's just know what we're given. Two numbers that are equal means x equals to y, right? Two numbers that are equal. Because we have the phrase that are equal. All right, let's just. And secondly, have a sum of 60. So x plus y equals 60. There's two numbers and they add up to 60. But the nice thing is they're equal. Because x equals y in equation 1, we can substitute equation 1 into equation 2 for x. Substitute. All right. So we have y plus y equals 60, right? 2y equals 60 because we add these two together. Say add like terms to get. Divide each side by 2. 2y over 2 equals 60 over 2. Cancel the 2's. And we get y equal to 30. Which also, and then since x equals y equals 30. So x equals 30. So that's the answer. The key to knocking this out fast is this key phrase here, two numbers that are equal, and then have a sum. So we wrote up two equations, just laying out our givens, and we see instantly that our equal phrase gives us the shortcut to substitute this into this, simplify, evaluate, and we are home free. So I'll put equations, simultaneous equations, and that was also an algebraic expressions dropped in there. So that's it. Let's see what else we got. All right, here's another algebraic expression while we're on that kick. We got sum of 5 times h and twice g is equal to 23. So take this. This is an algebraic expressions problem, by the way. Algebraic expressions problem in pieces. Step 1. 5 times h is just written as 5h. Step 2. Twice g means we multiply g by 2. 2g. All right. Step 3. Sum of 5 times h and twice g means we add 2g to 5h. So we've got 5h plus 2g. Step 4. Now we have all our pieces. There's one last piece to do on the right side. The phrase is equal to means equation. So we set 5h plus 2g equal to 23. That here, do this. That is the answer. There's 4 steps. And what I like to do is take the terms piece by piece, evaluate, and then we get our final algebraic expression. So that is how that is done. All right, what else we got? Total cost. All right, this is a quickie, but this is for some of the younger students. Parents also have asked me about this. So Allie buys 6 sunglasses, which cost $1.84 each. Calculate the total cost. So let's break this down to its simplest parts. Total cost equals quantity times price. Always. No matter what country you live or planet you live on or language you speak, total cost equals quantity times price. That is universal. So total cost equals a quantity of 6 times a $1.84. Total cost equals 6 times 184. I'm going to use my calculator here because I don't want to. $11.04. Very good. Here is drill this formula into your head because in pre-algebra and algebra, you're going to see this over and over and over again. Total cost equals quantity times price. That's how we get that one. All right. Oh, yeah. Here is another one that you will see in pre-algebra or algebra, depending on what state or country you live in. Jonathan earns a base salary of $1,500 plus 10% of his sales each month. Raymond earns $1,200 plus 15% of his sales each month. How much will Jonathan and Raymond have to sell in order to earn the same amount each month? So first, just to make sure we're not getting tricked, we've got per month, and same amount per month. That's good, which means we don't have to make any conversions to make Jonathan and Raymond's earnings on a same time scale. That's great news. We like easy and simple and quick if we can get it that way. So set up Jonathan's sales equation S of M, where M is the number of sales, the dollar amount of sales made each month. S of M equals. So salary for salesmen can be broken out into base salary plus commissions. So we've got commission percentage times M was our sales plus base salary. S of M equals Jonathan's commission is 10%. M. In fact, I want to write this as a decimal because this is going to be an equation. I can see it from here. 10% written as a decimal is 0.1. We want decimals to solve equations easier. That's why I do this. So we'll drop a line there. Plus the base salary of $1,500. Let's pause here for Jonathan's sales equation. Jonathan makes 10% of his sales, which is also 0.1 times sales, plus a base salary of $1,500, meaning if he doesn't sell anything, he gets $1,500. All right, so we've got Jonathan's. Now let's do Raymond's. So Raymond's sales equation S of M. And it's commission percentage times M plus base salary. Raymond has a 15% percentage, which is 0.15, which means we've got 0.15 plus 1,200 for his base salary. That's step 2. In fact, we could do step 1, like steps, step 2. Now, the question asks, how much will Jonathan and Raymond have to sell in order to earn the same amount each month? Key phrase right here, earn the same amount each month. The question asks, what is M when both S of M's equal each other? That's a lot of word salad for. We want to take Jonathan's sales equation, which we'll copy here. We set it equal to, because earn the same amount. The phrase earn same amount means we set Jonathan's and Raymond's sales equations equal to each other. We got this equal to this. We good there? Okay. So I've only got the camera on this screen. I can go off screen real quick and do a link to show you how we solve this on our calculator site, but I'll put it in the chat. All right, so it is 6,000. Good. But we'll do it manually just to show you. So what we want to do is we want to isolate M terms on one side of the equation. So the first thing we're going to do is subtract 1,200 from each side, because I want the constants on one side, I want these two terms on the same side, and I want the m's on the other side. So instead of using the calculator, I'll walk you through this. Subtract 1,200. Cancel the 1,200s on the right side, and we get 0.1 m minus 300, right? Because 1,500 minus 1,200 is 300, equals 0.15 m, and then 1,200s go away. Great. So now we've isolated the constants on one side. Next, we subtract 0.1 m from each side of the equation to isolate m. Let's just do this, copy this down, and it says minus 0.1 m minus 0.1 m. Cancel the 0.1 m terms on the left side, and we get negative 300 equals 0.05 m. Outstanding. Well, I don't like variables on the right side, so we can actually just flip this statement. So flip the statement since it's an equal sign to get the variable on the left side. 0.05 m equals negative 300. So I've just taken this and flipped it. So right goes to left, left goes to right. They're the same thing. You can write them both ways. Okay, to solve for m, we divide each side of the equation by 0.05 m, which we'll do here, here. Actually, this is 300. I'm sorry. I got this wrong up here. I'm sure some of you are screaming at your screen right now, telling me, you missed the negative sign. It's wrong. All right, so we're fixed. 0.05 m equals 300. Great. Okay. So we divide by 0.05, actually just 0.05, divided by 0.05. Canceling the 0.05 on the left side, we get m equal to 6,000. So what is that? What's the big deal? What's the answer? The answer is Jonathan and Raymond will have to sell $6,000 a month to earn the same amount for their salary equations. So when m is 6,000, stated another way, when m is 6,000, this equals this. That's it. So salary, commission, percentage. And that one is that. So that is out on the forum now if you want to take a look. All right. All right. Here's the statistics that people get tripped up on. We have multiple averages. The problem reads the mean age of 10 women in an office is 30 years old. The mean age of 10 men in an office is 29 years old. What is the mean age nearest year of all the people in the office? So mean age of women equals sum of all ages divided by number of women. Mean age of women is 30, right? So we're told mean age of women is 30. So we're clear here. Mean is another word for average. It's a statistical term. So if you're new to statistics and you're asking yourself, what does mean? It means average. So we're told the mean age of women is 30. So we have sum of all ages divided by 10 because there's 10 women in the office equals 30, right? Cross multiply and we get sum of all ages of women. We should probably label this. All ages of women equals 30 times 10. Sum of all ages of women equals 300. Great. Break that down. Now we want to do the men. Age of men. All ages of men. Total mean age of men is 29. So all ages of men. There's also 10 men in that office as well. So it's 29. Cross multiply and we get 9 times 10. 290. All right, so we've broken out the sum of the ages of the women, sum of the ages of the men. Now the question asks, what is the mean age of all the people in the office? Okay, so mean age. Calculate mean age. All right, let's underline that. Mean age equals, and we're going to use the formula we used up here. Sum of all ages of people in the office, men and women, divided by total number of people in the office. So average is just the total amount divided by the total quantity. So we've got 300 plus 290 divided by 10 women plus 10 men. So the sum of all ages of the people is the sum of the women, which is 300, sum of the men is 290, and the total number of people in the office is the women plus the men, right? So 10 plus 10. And let's break this down more. Equals 590 divided by 20, right? Let's go off screen here real quick. 590 divided 29.5. 29.5. Now, some people stop here. That is not the answer because the question asked nearest year, right? The question asks for nearest year. Since this is a decimal, we round. Now, because we round to either 29 or round down to either 29 or up to 30. So the next question is, well, which one is it? Because the decimal is greater than or equal to 0.5 halfway, we round up. Round up to 30. And that is your answer. So the rounding is in earlier grades, but if you needed a refresher, if you're between integers, say in this case 29 and 30, the rule is if it's halfway or more, you go up. So 0.5 is your halfway mark between any integer, any two integers. So that's it. We got integers. This is also an age word problem. Average, mean, statistics. That's that. So what else we got here? This one's a double equation, which we could show next time. 30 pencils. Yep, we'll do that next time. So that, let's just check if we got any chat messages here. We do not. Good. All right. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching the stream, and I will see you on the